Now let's discuss some of the most important e-governance initiatives in India. The use of e-governance initiatives in rural areas needs selection of appropriate technologies which are dependable, maintainable, and cost effective. Let's discuss some of the rural e-governance initiatives. CRISP, Computerized Rural Information System Project. It helps District Rural Development Agency to monitor the poverty alleviation programs through computer-based information system. SWAN, Statewide Network Area Project. It provides high-speed connectivity connecting offices at block level for faster access to government services. eChaupal. It is an e-government initiative formulated by the International Business Division of Indian Tobacco Company to sell agricultural products, home appliances and consumer goods. It protects farmers from the abuse of the agents. Lokmitra. It was developed by the National Informatics Centre NIC in Himachal Pradesh to provide easy access to remote places to redress complaints. Nlog. Nlog Communications Private Limited is providing telecom and internet services in small towns and rural areas of India. Kisan Call Centers. These respond to the queries raised by the farmers instantly in the local language. It was launched by the Department of Agriculture and Cooperation, Ministry of Agriculture in 2002. Gyan Doot. It is a community-owned information kiosk established in the poverty-stricken, tribal-dominated rural areas of Madhya Pradesh. Akash Ganga. It makes use of ICT to facilitate rural milk producers by integrating all operations of the cooperative society right from the milk procurement to accounting. Digital Locker or DigiLocker is another feature in the heart of Digital India, which strives to bring internet connectivity to the doorstep of every Indian. It is an initiative of Department of Electronics and Information Technology. It will enable the users to save one's important documents electronically, thereby ensuring security from theft or loss and also exemption from physical use of documents. This is a huge step by Government of India to reduce the use of paper and enhance the environment. It can be accessed at www.digitallocker.government.in. The initiative is a commendable way to store and send documents in a secure way. The government has designed a foolproof mechanism to ensure security by linking the access to digital lockers to Aadhaar numbers. The minimum requirement to sign up for digital locker is just to have one's phone number registered with Aadhaar. As one sign up, one is asked for Aadhaar number, post which one-time password OTP is generated and sent to the registered mobile number and email ID. These documents can also be shared electronically with the concerned authority. An e-sign facility will also be activated to enable and validate digital signatures on critical documents. This will further add to the authenticity quotient and eliminate the usage of fake documents. The minimized use of paper and physical space will considerably reduce overhead charges of the government, and critical files or documents will now be accessed with enhanced case. And the risk of document leak or any kind of physical damage is also being eliminated now. And moreover, the user will be able to browse through his information anytime, anywhere. Digital India is launched by the Government of India in order to ensure the government services are made available to citizens electronically by improved online infrastructure and by increasing internet connectivity or making the country digitally empowered in the field of technology. The initiative includes plan to connect rural areas with high-speed internet networks. Digital India consists of three main components: the development of secure and stable digital infrastructure, secondly, delivering government services digitally, and thirdly, universal digital literacy. Its motto is Power to Empower. It was launched on 1st July 2015 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It is both enabler and beneficiary of the key Government of India other schemes such as BharatNet, Make in India, Startup India, Stand Up India, Industrial Corridors and others. and the Government of India's entity Bharat Broadband Network Limited (BBNL), which executes the BharatNet project, is the custodian of Digital India project. The thrust areas in Digital India programs are broadband highways, total mobile connectivity, public internet access programs, e-governance, e-Kranti, boost to electronics firms, employment, early harvest programs, my government, net zero electronics import target by 2020, and electronics development fund. Therefore, the Digital India initiative aims to bring digital empowerment to India and aid in its transition to become a knowledge economy. National E-Service Delivery System. The first ever National E-Service Delivery Assessment rankings were released by Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances. It primarily assesses all state and union territories and central ministry service portals on 7 key parameters that were accessibility, content availability, ease of use, information security and privacy, end service delivery, integrated service delivery, and status and request tracking system. The framework covers 6 sectors that are finance, labor and employment, education, local government and utilities, social welfare which includes agriculture and health, and environment which includes 5 sectors also. The National Conference on E-Governance. The Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, along with the Department of Information Technology, in association with one of the state governments, has been organizing the National E-Conference on E-Governance every year since 1997. This conference provides a platform to the senior officers of the government, including IT secretaries of the state government, IT managers of the central government, and resource persons, experts, intellectuals from the industry and academic institutions to discuss, exchange views and experiences relating to various e-governance initiatives of the government. Every year, it recognizes and promotes excellence in e-governance by awarding government organizations, institutions which have implemented e-governance initiatives in an exemplary manner. National awards for e-governance are given in the following categories: innovative use of technology in e-governance, innovative use of ICT, best government portal, sectoral award, or the excellence in government processing re-engineering. Pragati, the acronym, stands for Proactive Governance and Timely Implementation. It is the integrating and interactive platform. This platform is aimed at addressing common man's grievances and simultaneously monitoring and reviewing important programs and projects of the central as well as the state government. It is a 3-tier system which includes PM office, union government secretaries, and the chief secretaries of the states. It bundles 3 technologies that are digital data management, video conferencing, and geospatial technology. Recently, PM Modi chaired Pragati meeting. GIMS, the acronym stands for Government Instant Messaging System. It is an Indian equivalent of popular messaging platforms such as WhatsApp, which will be used by central and the state government departments and organizations for intra and inter-organizational communication. It is designed and developed by National Informatics Center (NIC). It is considered safer as it has been developed in India, and the server hosting it is installed within the country and the information stored would be in government-based cloud. There are also provisions for documents and media sharing. Consumer app. Recently, the government launched a consumer app that would help consumers to register their grievances online as well as give suggestions on consumer-related issues. The complaint status will be monitored on a daily basis by the ministry and on a weekly basis by the Union Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. It will help consumers to get information pertaining to 42 sectors including consumer durables, electronics products, e-commerce, banking, insurance, and many more. Bhuvan Panchayat V 3.0. It has been developed by the National Remote Sensing Center of Indian Space Research Organization. It is a user-friendly web geo portal for better planning and monitoring of government projects. It will provide services to aid Gram Panchayat development and planning processes of Ministry of Panchayati Raj. It aids database visualization, data analytics, generation of automatic reports, model-based products and services for the benefit of the Gram Panchayat members and the stakeholders of the Panchayati Raj institutions and the public. Jan Suchna Portal. Recently, it was launched by the Government of Rajasthan State. The portal has been developed by Department of Information Technology and Communication in collaboration with civil society and other stakeholders. It is the first of its kind system in the country and has information about 23 government schemes and services of 13 departments on a single platform. The initiative is inspired by the spirit of Section 4 of Right to Information Act 2005, that is proactive disclosure of information. Portal Santusht. The objective of this is to promote transparency, accountability, effective delivery of public services and implementation of policies and schemes of Ministry of Labour and Employment at grassroots level through constant monitoring. Ask Disha. It is an artificial intelligence based chatbot launched in 2018 by Indian Railways. It solves queries of railways passengers over internet pertaining to various services offered by IRCTC. Initially, it was launched in English and now it is upgraded to converse in Hindi language also.